Hello again, STRUCKTLF. August 2024 is almost upon us, and my latest Struck List videos are here to make it easier for you to find new games. This one is dedicated to high-profile AAA blockbuster titles, and it includes 14 games. Some of those games might not be quite the blockbuster lists, but personally, for me, they are still considered high-profile games, whether it's because they're parts of a famous franchise or whether they're parts of a franchise that I like myself. And I think deserves the high profile, while the rest of them would be typical high profile games, blockbusters expected to be massive hits. The list is in chronological order based on release date, except as the tradition is with the high profile video, the first game is my personal top favorite. The rest of them would be based on release date. So we'll start with my favorite game, and after that we're starting with games releasing in the beginning of the month, ending with games releasing at the end of the month. Buckle up, as I mentioned, there's 14 games in the list. Some of those, obviously, there might be games that might have slipped under my radar, but I've shorted it down to 14 titles, so buckle up. I hope you enjoy it. I hope this video helps you save some time while looking for some new titles to play in the month of August 2024. Buckle up and let's go. First off, we have Visions of Mana. Visions of Mana, the latest title in the Mana series from Square Enix, releasing on the 29th of August 2024 for quite a number of platforms. For PC, we've got Steam and Humble, and then we've got Xbox Access One, PlayStation 5 and 4, and it's beautiful, it's visually stunning, it's got amazing combat system that I just can't wait to play and get my hands on that game. Explore a world of elemental spirits and adventure in the latest Mana action RPG. It's party-based action RPG by Square Enix. You've got your typical, the whole party is fighting while you control one character, the rest are assisting you, kind of mechanic of modern action RPGs that come from Japan. It's got a captivating story, beautiful story, nice high profile voice actors, at least for the Japanese voice acting, and a nice variety of different biomes, beautiful biomes from the Mana universe to explore and to fight monsters in all sorts of monsters, 5-level characters. Overall, I believe this might be my personal favorite. Of course, until I get to play more games next month, I won't know. But from the looks of it, this would be my favorite game for August 2024. If you're excited, wishlist it, follow it in whatever platform you're looking for. Forward to the release of Visions of Mana. And yeah, strongly recommended, and we just can't wait until the 29th of August 2024. Next up, with a game releasing on the 1st of August 2024, and this is a remake, remaster, re-release of a game. Star Wars Bounty Hunter, a game from the PlayStation 2 era, that, if I'm not mistaken, was on PlayStation 2 and one more platform. I read on Wikipedia, I forgot which other platform, but in either case, Star Wars Bounty Hunter is remade, remastered by Aspyr. Aspyr is the company behind Mid-Force, and they have been remastering and remaking a bunch of Star Wars games. The most of the old school Star Wars games from Lucasfilms they have been remaking. Now, bring in your bounty, dead or alive. Following the Boba Fett or Jango Fett story, a Jango Fett story, Bounty Hunter is something that if you haven't played and you want to play the remaster, I think you would enjoy it a lot. Next up, we've got a title from the Warhammer 40,000, Warhammer 40k universe called Speed Freaks. Warhammer 40k Speed Freaks is a racing game, as the name suggests, plays into high-octane mayhem of quashing speed mobs with adrenaline-fueled combat, racing through the brutal Warhammer 40k universe. Drive ramshackle vehicles loaded with bombastic weapons and powerful abilities in the breakneck. Full throttle speedwhack. Early access release, so expect bugs, glitches and unfinished or missing content. Releasing on the 6th of August 2024, developed by KH Element Incorporated and published by PlayOn. This is a case where the game might be single A or double A, not quite a triple A blockbuster, but since it's a Warhammer 40k game, it does deserve a spot in this high-profile games video. So if you're looking for some high-octane action with all sorts of vehicles, weapons and abilities to fight it out while racing, yeah, Warhammer 40k Speed Freaks, releasing on the 6th of August 2024, just might be what the doctor ordered for you. Next up, we've got Creatures of Ava, releasing on the 7th of August 2024, developed by Inverge Studios and published by 11-bit. 11-bit, famous for games like Frostpunk, for example. And if I'm not mistaken, there was this one action RPG, Diablo style 2D pixel art game, which I can currently brain farted and I can't remember the name of. But yeah, 11-bit studios have massive good hit games, and Creatures of Ava might be one of those. It's not AAA, it's more like a double A indie kind of release, semi-indie. But yeah, let your empathy guide you as you play an exciting action-adventure creature saver game. Understand and tame the creatures of Ava and let them lead you through a variety of ecosystems, all in the hopes of saving the planet from a life-consuming infection. So it's got creature collection, but it's doing it differently than some other games. And it's got that action-adventure, third-person RPG exploration kind of vibes. Visually beautiful. I love all the different biomes and the visuals for each of them and how distinctive they are. I love how many cute and not so cute creatures you can tame and add to your collection. Overall, the game seems like a potential hit. And yeah, you've got Frostpunk 2, Indica, Traumaturge, Invincible, and a few other titles like The Outers from 11-bit studios. So they do have an eye for publishing games that can make it. Hopefully Creatures of Ava is one such. Anime fans rejoice. That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime, Isekai Chronicles, is the long name of an action RPG with city builder mechanics, developed by ZOC Co. Ltd, published by Bandai Namco Entertainment Incorporated. So we finally get a non-mobile version of a game based on That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime anime and manga. This one is true to the source material, action-packed battles is what you could expect. It's kind of a WoW-ish budget game, so hopefully they don't overprice it. Well, they're pricing it as €50. Yeah, it's not €60, but I think that should have been 30 and not 50. It's gonna be a hard sell at €50. It looks a little bit overpriced, but you never know. Maybe you can wait for a sale and get this one. Spin a new tale of the Jura Tempest Federation together with all your favorite characters from the animated series. So this is more based on the animated series rather than the manga, so keep that in mind. But yeah, it's definitely true to the source material from what I'm seeing. It looks cute, it looks nice, it's got beautiful effects and visuals. So if you're looking for That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime game that I think would be good, of course I haven't played it so I can't tell you for sure, and if you want that action RPG mixed with some city building, Isekai Chronicles is the game to look forward to for August 8th. And by the way, there's a ton of releases on that specific date, August 8th, 2024. Speaking of the ton of releases in August 8, 2024, here's one more. Cat Quest 3. Developed by the Gentle Bros, published by Kepler Interactive. In Cat Quest 3, you play as a privateer. Privateer, with that pun, privateer. In a freely explorable 2.5D open world swarming with pirates. And this is written pirates. With ATS, without the E, yes, another pun here. You can sail the seas in your ship for treasures galore, but prepare for peril as the Pirate King aims to hunt you down. I'm very confident that this game with the right marketing can be a hidden gem that makes it big. It looks extremely fun and nice. I like the visuals and the art style. I like the type of combat they've decided to go for. So yeah, it's an action RPG with cats, pirates, and pirates. There is a free downloadable demo on Steam. I strongly recommend checking it out. The game will also be on Humble, Xbox XS1, PlayStation 5, 4, as well as Switch. Plenty of platforms for you to choose your poison where you want to play this game. I like the naval battles. I like the on land, in caves, whatever battles, and visually it's beautiful. Another game that I'm extremely excited about and comes out on the 8th of August 2024. Developed by Thunderful Development and published by Thunderful Publishing, Steam World Heist 2. Yes, yet another game in the beautiful and cool Steam World universe. I've played other games, some of them were given to me for free from Thunderful, other games in that universe, for example Steam World Build. I really like that one. So if you're fans of the Steam World universe, you gotta check this one out. If you haven't played a Steam World game, I strongly recommend checking out. There's quite a bunch of them. And all of them different genres. So yeah, Steam World Heist 2. If you've played the first one, you might want to check this one out. If you haven't, let me give you a quick summary of what to expect. Join Captain Leeway and his ragtag crew as they uncover the enigmatic menace threatening the Great Sea. Equip and upgrade your crew for turn-based gunfights packed with ricochet action and engage in real-time naval combat. Get ready to aim, pilot, and plunder in this uproarious Steam World Universe game. There's different difficulties, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 difficulties including custom. So definitely there's a bit for everyone to enjoy in this game. There's turn-based combat, it's got a lot of comedy, so if you're a fan of comedy and you want turn-based RPG strategy gameplay, Steam World Heist 2 might be your next favorite, you never know. Next up is another game that is supposedly a AAA blockbuster. This game came out several months ago, I think in May. And it's finally releasing on Steam. Why? Because it was an Epic exclusive. So if you don't like the Epic Store and if you were waiting for Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown to release on Steam, then you'll be happy. The 8th of August, yes, another game on this date, is when you can play it. Developed by Ubisoft Montpellier and published by Ubisoft, dash into a stylish and thrilling action-adventure platformer set in a mythological Persian world where the boundaries of time and space are yours to manipulate. Other platforms, other than the Epic Store that had it since May and the new to Steam 8th of August date. If you haven't played it, it's on Xbox XS1, on PlayStation 5, 4, as well as Switch and Luna. So it's only new to Steam. All the other platforms I mentioned, you can already get the game and play it on those platforms. So if you're fans of the Prince of Persia franchise, this looks like a nice reimagining of the franchise. A nice switch from the typical third-person action RPG from the older games to a more classical style Metroidvania like the very original first side-scrolling Prince of Persia. Next up on the list is Madden NFL 25. The latest and hopefully greatest Madden NFL game. If you're fans of NFL, if you're fans of the Madden series, you probably already know about this, but the game is coming on the 16th of August 2024. It's gonna be on Steam and Epic, as well as on the EA app for PC, as well as Xbox XS1 and PlayStation 5 and 4. Developed by Tiburon or Tiburon. Yeah, I think there isn't much to say about this game. I haven't... I actually did play long ago an NFL game, but I personally am not that much of a fan, me being a European and not having much access to the NFL games, so I can be a fan of it, but it looks good, it looks nice. It's got Field Sense engine improvements powered by BoomTech. Experience how the new physics-informed dynamic tackling system unlocks realistic collisions and new gameplay animations on both sides of the ball. So they're praising it with those innovations. Again, I can't compare it by looking at the trailer of this and the old one, but it definitely looks cool, nice and realistic in terms of animations at least. Next up is probably a game that the majority of hardcore tryhard Souls-like fans would be jizzing in their pants over. Black Myth Wukong, a typical Dark Souls fan dream game. If you're a fan of the Souls series and you love Souls-likes, this is your favorite game of August. That's gonna be it. Black Myth Wukong, releasing on the 20th of August 2024, developed and published by Game Science. The game is a little bit too difficult and Souls-like for my taste, but if I get my hands on it, I wouldn't mind giving it a go. Typical third-person 3D action RPG, and by the way, massive praises for the visuals and for the artistic department as well as the combat. If you want visuals in a game and if you want amazing combat, this is it. But again, keep in mind it's typical Souls-like, a very difficult game. You would be spending a lot of time fighting a single enemy, so be prepared for that. But the game definitely is promising if you are a fan of the genre, and if you aren't, be prepared to die a lot. Next up is let's call it PlayStation Publishing's answer to Overwatch. If you're a fan of first-person team-based shooters like Overwatch, if you're fans of competitive hero shooters like Overwatch, Concord is the name of PlayStation's answer to Overwatch. It will be coming to PC on Steam and Epic and Humble, as well as on PlayStation 5. Xbox fans, no game for you. You can't play Concord. This game has been getting obliterated by bigots online, and not for the gameplay, but for the genders and stuff of the characters, for the wokeness or whatever of the game. If it's a fun game, you shouldn't care about what a character looks like and stuff like that. If it's a fun, good competitive game, just give it a try. August 23rd, 2024 is the release date. Another competitive game is getting released, but this one is a closed alpha. Smite 2, the sequel to Hi-Res Studios' famous MOBA, third-person MOBA. This time, instead of Unreal Engine 4, we have Unreal Engine 5. Become a god and wage war in Smite 2, the Unreal Engine 5-powered sequel to the legendary third-person action MOBA. If you love challenging competition, if you love intense action, ability-driven combat, rewarding teamwork, or godly mythology, you see why 40+ million players love Smite. Developed by Titan Forge Games, published by Hi-Res Studios, releasing on the 27th of August 2024 as a closed alpha. There's Founders Editions, of course, that you can get that I think guarantee you access to the alpha, but you can also just request access to the playtest from Steam. Another title worth keeping on your radar is Gundam Breaker 4. Developed by Crafts and Meister Ltd. And published by Bandai Namco Entertainment. Create your own Uri-made Gundam in the newest Gundam Breaker, with more customizable parts than ever. You finally have the freedom to build your perfect gunpla. Test it in battle using the brand new dual weapon system and break parts off of your enemies and add them to your own Gundam and to your own arsenal. The game will be $60 as the standard edition, a little bit overpriced maybe because this doesn't seem like AAA development, it seems like AA or single A. Yet again, Bandai Namco chose to overprice it. Hopefully this doesn't hurt sales. The game will be on multiple platforms, Steam, Humble, PS5, 4 and Switch, and it's releasing on the 29th of August 2024. If it looks like your kind of game, if it looks like your kind of fun, and if you're a fan of the Gundam series and the Gunpla toys and in the Gundam universe in general, I think you will like that game. It's got its own action RPG hacks and slash vibe or flavor. So definitely there's a lot of people that would enjoy the game. Probably not me, but some of you out there will do. Next up is Star Wars Outlaws. Star Wars Outlaws by Ubisoft. This game also has been getting destroyed on social media for the manly looking female character and blah blah blah, a bunch of bigoted bullshit. I mean, if the game is fun and good gameplay wise, then it's definitely worth giving it a go. I haven't played the game, so I don't know whether it's good or not, but if I get my hands on it, I wouldn't mind giving it a try to see what it's all about. It's definitely one of the most anticipated games of 2024 for Star Wars fans and for action RPG, open world action RPG games alike. It's gonna be one of the typical Ubisoft open world action RPGs, but with a twist. We've been hearing and I've been reading news that it's not gonna be like your usual open world Ubisoft action RPG where you have this point of interest, that point of interest, go do this. It's not gonna be like the latest few Assassin's Creed games like Origins and all of those. But again, open world action RPG in the Star Wars universe, definitely worth checking out. Sure, many of you out there wish you had customer character customization instead of playing with a pre-made character. That might not be to your liking, but I personally think the game has its own charm, at least from the looks of it. Again, I wish I had tried it. I wish I had some early access or whatever to give you my own personal opinion based on playing the game. But keep an eye out for the game on August 30th, 2024. Wait for reviews from people who have actually played the game and are not biased based on their bigotry. And then if the game sucks, obviously don't play it. But just wait and don't trust random people on the internet, including me, based on just their opinion before the game has actually released.
To get notified when I upload more content like this one or other builds and guides for Wooter and not so Wooter games, you can subscribe to my channel and hit that bell button to not miss out on notifications. As well as keep in mind there's something called memberships on YouTube, which lets you be a paying member for my channel to get access to perks such as emotes and badges made by me, as well as the option to get one-on-one tutoring for the very basics of Adobe Photoshop, Premiere and After Effects. And memberships can be cancelled at any time if you no longer want to be a member. Thanks for watching all the way until the end, STRUCKTLF. Keep it cool until next time and goodbye.